today what you're going to do is not use a loop for a beat per se, but you just finished off making a bass, a chord, a melody in the last 2 assignments. Now this one, you're just gonna add a drum machine, but we're gonna do it in a different way than you think. So we're not gonna build a drum machine, which is basically this pattern straight from scratch. What we're gonna do is actually, we're gonna open up our recent file, and that's gonna be right here, open up recent, and then I'm gonna go over to, Flutter Life is one of them, and I'm gonna close this current project, don't save. Here it is. It's gonna open up this right here. So this is what you created last time. Here are the steps that you're going to take in order to create a drum machine. So let's get out of the library. Let's go ahead and loop this. It should be up to 5 measures. So we're going to loop it to 9. That will make it 8 measures. Then after that, you're going to go over to your loops, and you're going to find over here instrument. You're going to go to beats, and then after that, you are going to go to, let me float this on the top. Sorry, you're going to go to beats, and then after that, you're going to basically organize them by clicking on this button right here, and you're going to not click on all loops. What you're going to do is click on pattern loops. The pattern loops are here. You should have about 156 around that time. I have 158, and you're going to listen to them. Okay, right? You're going to see what they sound like. So I'm going to go ahead and loop this by causing my cycle that's up here. I'm going to loop this about 4 measures. So, and then as I'm playing this, I'm going to listen to what the beats sound like here. And I'm going to pick one. Ooh, I don't like that. Nope. I like this. Okay? So, after you find something you like, oh, I like that. What you're going to do now is go to wild snare beat, and you're going to go over here and put this into your, you see how that created? Now we're going to go ahead and make this longer. So watch this. Looping it all the way to 9. Then we're going to get rid of this. And then here's what we have. All right, so that's your first step. You're pretty much almost done. So you looped everything else that you made to 9. And then you're looping this wild snare beat. I'm going to double click on this, and look, this is what snare beat's going on here. So you see how these down here are basically the beat. Watch when I push play. You could change it. And I could change this over here. Anything at all. I want you to make the beat that you want, basically. I could solo this. And I want you to see if you could change each one. I do not like that. I want to do something 1, E, and I'm going to go 1. Let's see if that works. Yeah, you see, that's what I kind of want. And so, but here's a rule. You have to, when you're doing this, at least have a kick drum on 1 and 3. This is 1E and a 2E and a 3. 1 and 3 need to have a kick drum. And then that's it. That's your requirement is 1 and 3 at least have to have a kick drum. Okay. Once you do that on this beat, you're going to take a screenshot of this over here showing me that you did the thing. And I like to, again, stretch it out so I can see that I did that. And then after you take a screenshot, here goes. Then you're going to turn that in. Let's also bounce it. I'm going to push, get off this cycle. Make sure your cycle is turned off. And then you're going to push Command B after highlighting it. Remember, you can bring in the end marker, but this case, I'm just going to highlight it, push Command A. Command B, bounce it down as an MP3, and then you're going to turn that in. And that's how you add a beat machine and change it up a little bit to your style off of your song. Good luck. I know I just bounced that down. I do want to say one more thing too. I want you to also at least change one instrument, not just use the ones they told you. Change at least one of these instruments to something else. It could be anything at all. Okay, bye.